So we're going to start our tour of the Health Science Campus on the Dana Cancer Center. So this is the beautiful Dana Cancer Center where our students and residents, our faculty, our physicians and therapists spend most of their time. This is our primary campus, and all of our academic spaces and offices, classrooms and dosimetry spaces, and most of our equipment is located here. So we're going to show you around this building, show you the places that we work, and show you the places that we teach. So let's go inside. Okay, so we are outside the physics and dosimetry room. We're going to include on our tour a tour of the facilities and the areas where students and residents and faculty all work together. So let's take a look inside the dosimetry area. So this is the physics and dosimetry area. What we have right here is the space where our students, residents and faculty all work together on all physics and dosimetry tasks. We have offices for junior residents, senior residents, our admin support, and then the rest of the offices around here are for the faculty. And then also at the back of the room we also have a classroom space that we're going to show you. So here we have some of the posters that we have displayed at AAPM national meetings and at chapter meetings. We have posters all along this back wall from those previous meetings. And then also here we have a cabinet with bits of equipment that we like to use to demo to our students, such as flattening filters, cutaway magnetrons, photomultiplier tubes, thyrotrons and ion chambers, and some compensators that we have used in the past. So this is our little museum area. So one thing that we're particularly proud of is our board that we use to keep track of patients that are currently in the process of being planned. So they've had simulation and they are currently on the board because we're working on their treatment plans. So this is an example of the board with all the HIPAA information reviewed, but what you can see is names of patients, date at which they were simulated, areas that we're treating, and then this going from left to right is our the process that we have made in getting to the point where the patient can start treatment. Once all of these boxes are filled in, the patient is ready to start treatment. So we go over this every day. Students, residents, and faculty will meet every morning at 10 o'clock to go over all the patients that we have and talk about all the things that we need to do. So for the rest of the clinic area here, we have a variety of different computer systems. In the clinic, we use Radiation computers. We have the ability to do, we have 4 clinic computers for Radiation with the ability to remotely connect to more than that. We also have area systems, MIM systems for contouring and image fusion. And then along the back row, we have additional computers for students and residents to work on so that they're able to do chat checks under the supervision of a physicist. And they're also able to work on Pinnacle plans. So we have multiple treatment planning systems here. Radiation is our main treatment planning system, but we are able to also show students how to do plans in Pinnacle. And then one of our satellite sites uses Eclipse, so we also have the ability to work on patients in Eclipse from here. So everything we need is in this space here. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you on our tour of the physics and dosimetry area is our classroom space. This is the space that we use for teaching many of the graduate classes that we have on our roster. It's also where we have meetings and chat rounds and things like that. Obviously, we have access to a large screen computer that we can use to go over chat rounds in front of everyone in the room. We can also use this for PowerPoint presentations, and I use this a lot for the classes that we teach in here. We also have a whiteboard that we can use to go over equations and things like that. So a lot of our classes have been taught online this last semester. We can actually record the presentations that we give here and send them to the students. The students can WebEx in and watch a presentation that I'm giving here in this room. So this is an ideal space for us, as it is reserved specifically for physics. We don't generally have to share this space with any other department, so that's good. So this is the beautiful lobby of the Dana Cancer Center. Upstairs we have medical oncology, and then downstairs, which is where we're going to head next, next up on our tour is going to be the Radiation Oncology Clinic. Where we have just been is upstairs, the physics section, which is this area, and then down below that we have the CT scanner, HPR, and our therapy box. So let's go and take a look at the box. Okay, so this is the Clinical Operations Center. To this side we have our stereotactic machine, the Variant Edge, and to this side we have the vault for the TrueBeam machine. This would be where the therapists work. We're currently on lunch break, but now we're going to take a look inside the Edge vault to see what my colleagues are up to.
This is slightly bigger than our current.
So then, the only way to do that is to get a piece of the styrofoam.
Okay, so here we have the Edge vault. This is our stereotactic machine, the Variant Edge. We have a 6D couch, and we use this machine for a lot of our SBRT and SOS patients and things like prostates and stuff like that. Right now we have students and faculty working on a project, a dosimetry project, and we're going to let these guys work. Okay, so we are in the Dana Cancer Center dedicated radiation therapy simulation suite. Right here we have our Philips big bore PET CT. So this is a PET CT system that we can use for radiation therapy patients. You can see that we have a radiation therapy compatible board that is used to simulate all of the therapy patients that come through this department, and is also used for diagnostic purposes, since this is the single PET CT system for this hospital. And this is our control area. And our students and residents are responsible for the QA of the imaging quality and the lap lasers for our imaging CT system. Okay, so we are in the academic space that is used for our graduate students. Over here we have a classroom space, so this is an additional classroom where we can teach classes. This office space right here houses 4 to 5 PhD students, so that PhD students always have access to desk space and computers while they're over here on the health science campus. The computers that we have over here have access to software such as MATLAB, or they may have access on COMSOL, and they may also have access to our dedicated medical physics cluster that is used for things like Monte Carlo simulations. This area here is actually only a short walk from the Dana Cancer Center. We're in the adjacent building, and we can access and go backwards and forwards between the two buildings, either above ground or through tunnels, since all of the buildings on this campus are interconnected with underground tunnels to avoid being outside in extreme weather conditions. So that's it for this space over here. We're now going to head back over to the Dana Cancer Center and take a look at the remaining spot on the tour, which is going to be our TrueBeam vault. So for the last part of the tour, we're going to take a look at the other LINAC vault that we have. This is our TrueBeam machine that we use for kind of general purpose radiation therapy. So let's go and take a look inside. So today we have Kingsley, one of our residents, and Kangaroo, one of our PhD students, setting up for a patient-specific QA using the ArcCheck. As I said, this machine is used as kind of general-purpose radiation therapy room. Has most of the same features as the other vaults, the Edge, and both of them get utilized by our learners. So. This is going to be the end of our tour of the radiation therapy department. We hope you enjoyed meeting with us, and this is going to have to be as good of an alternative to a tour as we can do. So thanks for watching.